So Barack Obama, it is in some deep doo doo right now, to say the least. This guy, I don't know, guys. It looks like something's going down. Something's a little fishy, and I feel like no one's gonna take responsibility, bro. Like we all knew about this. We all knew about Obama and the Russian collusion. I was fake. We all knew this, but we didn't have concrete proof until like a couple days ago. And it's pretty wild that we're talking about this guy again. We're talking about the 2016 election. Um, I wonder what they're going to find out about the 2020 election because they're still looking into that too. So that's going to be crazy to see if freaking Biden cheated too. But this is a pretty crazy story. He could be facing like treason charges, which is really bad for an ex-president. Um, and like I said, I don't see anything happening. They didn't do anything with Hillary Clinton. Like she could have totally been thrown into prison, but no, they didn't do nothing to her. So like I said, if you're mad about the Epstein files and people not getting like called out, literally we have proof right here that this guy was interfering with the election, and nothing's happening. Like it's crazy. Like nothing's gonna happen to these powerful politicians. I'm telling you right now, it sucks. That's life. I can rest easy knowing that there's a God and these people will face God one day. So when people get away with it, I just don't really let it get to me as much because I believe in Jesus. So anyway, let's go ahead and see what they had to say today about this Obama stuff that's coming out.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. At President Trump's direction and with the support and coordination with the House Intelligence Committee Chairman Rick Crawford, today we've released a declassified Oversight Majority Staff report that was produced in September of 2020. The stunning revelations that we are releasing today should be of concern to every American. This is not about Democrats or Republicans. This has to do with the integrity of our democratic republic and American voters having faith that the votes cast will count. There is irrefutable evidence that detail how President Obama and his national security team directed the creation of an intelligence community assessment that they knew was false.
That's
They
wild.
knew it would promote this contrived narrative that Russia interfered in the 2016 election to help President Trump win, selling it to the American people as though it were true.
That's so wild. So what she's saying is Obama made an investigation for the Russia collusion, knowing he knew that it was fake. Like there's like probably proof, maybe emails or something that he's admitted to it, and he is saying, "I know this is fake. We're still gonna do this." That is so insane. That's wild. Like he straight up using our taxpayer money, by the way, to launch into this investigation that was false, and they spent like millions of dollars. That's such a huge scandal, bro. Where's all the money going to?
It wasn't. The report that we released today shows in great detail how they carried this out. They manufactured findings from shoddy sources. They suppressed evidence and credible intelligence that disproved their false claims. They disobeyed traditional tradecraft intelligence community standards and withheld the truth from the American people. In doing so, they conspired to subvert the will of the American people who elected Donald Trump in that election in November of 2016. They worked with their partners in the media to promote this lie, ultimately to undermine the legitimacy of President Trump and launching what would be a years-long coup against him and his administration.
So what I want to say about this is it's just incredible how this whole Russia collusion stuff was meant to make Trump look bad, and it worked for like the first 4 years he was in office. But then later on, people started finding out more stuff, and it wasn't true. And now Trump is being really favored on, like by a lot of American people. I feel like there's a lot less Trump hatred from the previous presidency to now, and it's just crazy how the truth will like literally set you free. Like if you are lied to and lied to and lied to, and then the truth finally comes out, just that little bit of truth, that can literally change a bunch of people's minds about stuff. So it's just wild how this is all a lie. I mean, we already knew it, but what she's saying, they have the proof. So hopefully it's not like the Epstein file stuff where they have to go through a bunch of judicial loops to release them to the public. When she was talking, CNN literally cut her off mid-sentence. So great to CNN. Like, seriously, guys, why watch CNN anymore? Why? They should have been canceled a long time ago.
Multiple intelligence community assessments released in the months leading up to the November 2016 election concluded that Russia had neither the intent nor capability to impact the outcome of the U.S. election. On December 5th.
We've been listening there to the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, continuing on what has now been a multi-day effort, not only with public statements like this, but release of...
So, if this is censorship, I don't know what is censorship anymore. Yeah, he's literally talking over her while the White House is addressing the public. They're literally talking over her. This is interfering. CNN is like dead. I don't get why they're even a news company anymore. Nobody even listens to them anymore. And there's a poor woke reporter who got totally destroyed right here from what I saw in the title. I haven't seen it yet, but let's watch it.
Just on this, Director Gabbard, you referenced the past intelligence reports and assessments on this, including that 2017 one that was signed off, as Ed noted, by every Republican on the Senate Intelligence Community, including the acting chair of the time, now Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who said in a statement that they did not find any evidence of Russian collusion, but they did find, however, is very troubling, and they found irrefutable evidence of Russian meddling. One, are you saying that he's wrong in that statement that he made then? And secondly, what would you say to people who believe that you're only releasing
Look at her
these
shaking her
documents
head
now to improve your standing with the president after he said that your intelligence assessments were wrong?
I'll speak to both questions. First, on Secretary Rubio, he put out a statement in 2020 following that Senate Intelligence Committee report, and he said what they found is troubling. We found irrefutable evidence of Russian meddling, which the Director of National Intelligence just confirmed for all of you, that Russia was trying to sow distrust and chaos. But what's the outrage in this that Secretary Rubio did not say at the time, the Democrats were saying at the time, is the fact that the intelligence community was concocting this narrative that the president colluded with the Russians, that the president's son was holding secret meetings with the Russians, all of these lies that were never true. And he also said at that time, we discovered deeply troubling actions taken by the FBI under Comey, particularly their acceptance and willingness to rely on the Steele dossier without verifying its methodology or sourcing. The Steele dossier that many outlets in this room ran as the gospel truth, and it was cooked up and paid for by the Clinton campaign. As for your second question, Caitlin, I think who is saying that she would release this to try to boost her standing with the president? Who has said that?
Well, the president has publicly undermined her when it came to Iran. He said she was wrong. He told me that she didn't know what she was.
You gotta love this girl, guys. She's awesome. I think she's the best press secretary ever. If there's like an award ceremony for press secretary, she's gonna win it. She's definitely the best one. Cause man, and like I always say, she's like attractive too. It's nice to look at an attractive person when they're talking than freaking Hogwarts over there from the last administration. I don't really go on Fox, but Fox is the only news network that's actually releasing stuff about Obama. The other ones are just kind of hiding it, like the CNN. We just saw the CNN freaking interfere with with the people talking. So Fox is on fire right now with their news because this is like true stuff. So this one is about the chef that magically died at Obama's house. So let's go ahead and watch this.
Fox News Alert, we have new information tonight in the drowning death of Obama's personal chef, Tafari Campbell. The Massachusetts State Police responded to our FOIA request and released their report with some redactions. According to the report, Obama was on the scene shortly after Campbell went missing. Report also states an unmanned female staffer jumped into the water when Tafari fell off his board, but it was already too late. He disappeared. We also now know that Secret Service has surveillance footage of Campbell from Obama's compound moments before he entered the water.
Ooh.
So we're going to see if we can get that. And
that's crazy. So pretty much they have footage of what happened to the chef, like the real story. We don't know what it is. They say they have it. I guess maybe they haven't said anything about it yet because they're going to review it. But that'd be crazy if, like, freaking it was somebody that the Obamas know that took his life and just pretty much covered it. So it looks like Obama's legacy is coming down like a house of cards. The culture's denying him. And now Trump is going after him for actual charges. Like I said, I don't think anything's going to happen. Rich, powerful political people always get away with stuff. So what do you guys think in the comments below? Go ahead and like this video and subscribe to this channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.